Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It's your old buddy Dietrich, and tonight we are doing another real-world highway fuel economy test, and we are in a 2024 Kia Niro LX Hybrid. This is the entry-level Niro Hybrid, and it is rated at 54 miles per gallon on the highway. So I just filled it up with gas. We're going to cruise about 57 miles down the freeway, turn around, come back, fill it up at the same gas station. Being an LX Niro Hybrid, I do not have adaptive cruise control, so I typically try to maintain 70 miles per hour as best I can when I do my fuel economy tests, but I will have to modulate that myself this evening. I will note that I don't have the highest expectations for this car, only because the last Kia Hybrid that I tested, which was a Sportage, didn't hit its mark. It actually underestimated itself. So where the little average is, where it shows on the screen, it underestimated itself. It beat its average, but it fell short of its EPA rating. And we'll see. Maybe this car does the same thing. Maybe it does something different. But we're only showing 47 miles per gallon so far. And we've covered 12.8 miles. So I am going to continue southbound, see how we're doing, and I will have an update for you right now. All right, we have covered 36.4 miles. We are allegedly averaging 49.8 miles per gallon, and I did the math. That is less than 54 miles per gallon. So we are apparently under the target so far, but as I said, with the last Kia Hybrid I did, it did underestimate itself on there. So maybe this one will hit its EPA rating. Who knows? I'm going to continue down to the turnaround spot. Traffic has been very smooth so far this evening, so I'm thankful for that. The San Onofre nuclear power plant is still holding all of its nuclear waste intact. So we're going to keep going. I'll have an update for you right now. All right, I have just turned it around. I am on my way back. My average is up to 50.5 miles per gallon. And I have to say, if I didn't know any better, I would almost say this car's odometer reads high. I feel like it just thinks it's covered a couple of more miles than other cars that I've driven on this exact same route, because I typically start at the same gas station, go down the same freeways, get off at the same exit, etc. So I don't know. I guess if you have more time than me, you can go watch some of my other videos and tell me if I'm right or wrong. But we are going to continue back on up. The uphill, or going back, is slightly more uphill than coming down, I think. So we might lose some average mile per gallon, but we'll see what happens. 9999. Here it comes. There it is. 10,000 miles, baby. Well, this is good enough time as any for an update. The California Highway Patrol or some similar law enforcement agency has run some sort of traffic break here, so I am stopped right below the El Toro Y. Luckily, in a hybrid, this doesn't really hurt the fuel economy too much because the gasoline engine is not burning any gasoline. The electric batteries are keeping the car alive right now. We are at an average of 49.3, and I do think that the trip odometer, the odometer in general, might be reading high. Because normally, I've done this route so many times, and if you've watched enough of my videos, you'll know that I kind of follow a formula. And typically, my last update is right after the El Toro Y, and the cars usually show that they have about 100 miles at that point, and I'm right before the El Toro Y, and it already says 103. The typical variance, because it's not every odometer reads the same, is between 115 and 117 total miles, you know, give or take a couple of tenths. So we'll see what this one does. It looks like the cop is pulling away So maybe we can start moving soon. But yeah, hopefully I will be at the gas station soon and we can figure out where we're at. Okay, we are back. We ended up covering allegedly 117.8 miles, which is more than most cars say they did on the exact same route, but not catastrophically more, so whatever. The car says it averaged 51.2 miles per gallon. She took 2.263 gallons to fill up, which means we averaged 52 miles per gallon. So, just like the last Kia Hybrid that I tested, it actually slightly outperformed what it calculated that it did, but it missed its EPA estimate. You can see this thing's supposed to get 54 miles per gallon on the highway, and we did not do that. So, a little bit of a disappointment there, but hey, you know what? 52 miles per gallon, legit out of a car that costs, what does this thing cost? $28,980 in 2024. I think that's relatively good. So anyways, gonna go home and go to bed. Thanks so much for watching. Please like and subscribe and have a great night. Bye-bye.